Alright people, so this Raw review probably isn't going to be a typical Raw review because, I was literally like falling asleep for like half the fucking show. Or I was probably zoned out or falling asleep for like half the fucking show probably. Because last night I literally got like no rest, so I was pretty tired. I didn't get tired till I started watching Raw really. And then it all, I just started falling asleep and shit, and it was a long 3 hours. Let's just put it that way. And so, I mean, this isn't really gonna be a, if you want to get a good detailed version of the Raw, don't watch this video. But I'll give you my perspective of Monday Night Raw from the eyes of a half-conscious person here. So to get the show started off, you have the Authority coming out with Orton too there. I'm like, oh, here we go again, just another boring. And the whole mindset too, like going into the Raw, knowing that it's going to be a 3-hour show. I'm already, tired as it is. But that whole mindset it already mentally drains me going into to the 8 o'clock hour. I'm like, oh, if it was 2 hours, I'd be like, oh, maybe I could get through this. But no, it's 3 fucking hours. Actually more than 3 hours because it's 8 to 11:05. Triple H is cutting some promo or whatever. I don't fucking know. I'm so tired of Triple H cutting promos. It's just boring on the mic. And then Orton comes out. This is good. I liked it with Orton. He RKO's Rollins. Something new, something different finally. Brought some excitement into instead of Triple H talking in that same monotone voice every fucking week to start off the show. We get something different, something good. It's something we haven't really seen before, an RKO to Rollins. I like how Triple H is trying to hold him back, but our Orton still got through it and RKO'd him. So that was pretty good. I did miss a few minutes here, not because I was sleeping, because I was watching it online, and I accidentally like pressed a button and it disappeared for a few minutes, so I missed a few minutes of Rollins promo. But I still like the Orton thing, the Orton RKO. Overall, I thought it was a decent segment, decent way to start off the show. Then we get Goldust and Stardust defeating Mark Henry and Big Show in a boring fucking match. I mean, this was a match where, I was fucking just zoning out in. One good thing you did have though was Big Show turning or Mark Henry turning on Big Show. I think this should have happened yesterday at Hell in a Cell. But I mean, again, it's something new, it's something different, it's something to look forward to, I guess. I mean, overall though, the match was fucking boring. So overall, including the heel turn, I give it 1.5 out of 5 stars. I mean, the match was just so boring to me. I was falling asleep. But it was good, the World's Strongest Slam there to Big Show. I give it 2 out of 5 stars, I guess, because, I guess the heel turn was, it was kind of expected, too. That was the thing about it. It was expected. And again, I don't really give a shit, really, about Mark Henry and the Big Show too much. But it was kind of cool to see him turn heel. It's just the match was so bad, it sort of weighed it down. Overall, the heel turn on its own was good. But the match itself was just so shitty. I can't give this segment a good rating. Then we get a Roman Reigns interview again. It's like a 1-minute interview. It's like, why are they even doing it? What's the fucking point of doing a 1-minute Roman Reigns interview? I don't even remember what the fuck he said during it. He's like, oh, he's probably like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go back and kick some ass. Like didn't give any. I don't believe he gave any injury update or any timetable when he's coming back. Like, what was the fucking point of this interview? Then we get AJ Lee defeating Alicia Fox. Did not give a shit about this match. I was just zoning out. I'll give it a 0.5 star out of 5. I mean, I don't give 2 shits about the Divas division. And the result is me just zoning out. I probably fell asleep. Like, most of the shit on this show I don't give a shit about. So that wasn't good. Then we get Cena and Stephanie McMahon cutting a promo. To start off the promo, of course, Cena's like, oh yeah, San Antonio Spurs raising the banner tomorrow. It's like, he talks about that for like a minute to start the promo just to get some fans on his side. Like one of the fucking idiot, just cheap ways to get a cheer. Like if you really want to get fans, get them the real way. Don't mention a home crowd town, home team or whatever. So then again, then Cena just, I was not really paying attention. He was like rambling on about Seth Rollins or whatever. It's like, oh, it's Seth Rollins, and I don't even fucking know. He's just rambling. I don't even know what he's fucking saying. I'm zoning out. I don't give a shit about Cena. And again, if I would have gotten more rest, I would have been paying attention. But since I didn't get a lot of rest, since I got no rest, I wasn't paying attention. So next week, as long as I get at least a decent amount of rest, I can function on like usually 5.5 hours of rest. 5 hours of rest I can usually function on. But my sleeping schedule always gets fucked up during the weekends. I'll get like 12 hours. Then I'll go to fucking 2 because my sleeping schedule's fucked up. So I just decided to not even fucking fall asleep. Dumbass me, So then I'm paying for it right now. But anyway, again, I don't really care. And then you got them announcing that it's going to be a 5-on-5 Survivor Series. The Authority versus Cena. Just really coming out of nowhere. Like, Cena was not even feuding with the Authority before. He was feuding with fucking Randy Orton, who was actually not even part of the Authority anymore. So, I mean, kind of just came out of nowhere, this fucking, whatever, though. And I thought, isn't Cena #1 contender for Lesnar? I thought they were going to have Lesnar Cena at Survivor Series. But I guess not. I guess Lesnar's going to be MIA for 1 more month. So, you got this 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series matchup set. You got the Authority, which is probably going to be, Orton, who sucks, Kane, who sucks. I don't fucking know. Probably some more, wrestler, I don't know. And then Cena, who nobody likes, and probably 4 PG jobbers like the Usos or whatever. So I'm not really looking forward to this 5-on-5 Survivor Series match. Then the Usos defeat Mizdow in a boring match. I mean, you do got Mizdow being pretty funny there, but I mean the wrestling wasn't that good. I'll give it a ½ star out of 5. I mean, Mizdow is always funny. I think it's gonna get old every once in a while. So, but I still think it's funny. But the match itself wasn't that good. Then we got Hulk Hogan cutting a promo. Said, fucking Hulk Hogan just has fucking sold his soul to fucking Vince McMahon. He's basically Vince McMahon's pet on. I'm sure backstage Vince McMahon's got Hogan on a fucking leash walking around on all 4s doing chores for him. It's fucking ridiculous. Every time he's appearing for WWE, all he does is like, something, brother, buy the network. Susan G. Komen, brother. And I love that nice John Cena dick right in my mouth. I love giving John Cena a nice blowjob every day. Let me tell you something, brother. John Cena has one of the nicest cocks in the WWE. It's fucking Hulk Hogan for you right there. Just he praises Cena. Of course. You get all these legends coming back, and they talk about how great Cena is. Whether it be Ric Flair, Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan. Just a complete dick sucking of John Cena. A fucking orgy with John fucking Cena right in the middle of it. With all the legends. All the 60-year-old legends then you got the John Cena right in the fucking middle. A gay fucking orgy with John fucking Cena. So I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous how they just suck his dick to no end. So then, then he talks about Susan G. Komen and how great it is. When I've covered this before, if you want to go watch my Susan G. Komen exposed video, where I expose Susan G. Komen is, they pay their CEO it's like 600 grand, which is more than I believe it's Red Hart's CEO, and that charity makes 10 times more money. So that doesn't make, and Susan G. Komen funds Planned Parenthood, who is actually pro-abortion. It's one thing to be pro-choice, but fucking Planned Parenthood hands out rewards for having the more fucking abortions. That came out, that was mainstream news in the Daily Caller. So I mean, Susan G. Komen, I would not give money to Susan G. Komen. Then we get Ryback coming back to defeat Bo Dallas. I didn't really see the Ryback actually returning. I came back. You know, I didn't see the actual entrance of Ryback, but I mean, I guess it was cool to have him back. I mean, that one promo he cut in the hospital was a pretty damn good promo, I have to say. Am I excited to have him back? I mean, not really. I mean, he's still a pretty shitty wrestler, and he's who has really no mics. They should give him that bully gimmick. I really like that bully gimmick that he had. You know, but like, he can't wrestle. He can't fucking, you know, unless he magically got wrestling skills. Unless he, you know, was just trained by Daniel Bryan or CM Punk. I don't see him being a great wrestler or anything. You know, I guess it was cool to see him back, but I mean, you know, the return, you know, lust is just gonna, whatever the fuck you would call it, it's just gonna wear off. So I'll give it 2.5 out of 5 stars, since, you know, Ryback came back and shit. Sort of squashed Bo Dallas, it looked like there. Again, I didn't see the full match, but I assumed he squashed him. It looked like it. Then Nikki Bella defeats Naomi, and this is where I started really falling asleep. I think I fell asleep and I missed most of this match. Again, who gives a shit about the Divas division? Not me. It's a fucking shitty ass division. They should just fucking cancel it, or they gotta really reform that division. They should just reform it or cancel it altogether. You know, they shouldn't cancel it because they do have good talent. They have a lot of good talent in there. They just don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I fell asleep, not gonna fucking rate it or anything. Then Kane, we get Kane and Dolph Ziggler again. Sorry, I fell asleep, guy. Again, if it was 2 hours, I think I would have been better off. But I mean, this third hour really took a toll on me. So again, I'm not gonna rate it because I didn't even see most of it. I think I woke up at like the very end of it or something like that. I don't fucking know. You know, it's hard to remember. But again, I won't rate this match. Sorry, guys. Then we get Cena and Rollins in the end, which was actually, I watched this match, which was actually a pretty good match. I don't think I watched the full match because I think I might have fell asleep again. I don't remember. But what I saw, I thought it was a pretty good match. I thought it was a good match. I'll give it 3.25 out of 5 stars, I guess. I mean, I thought it was kind of good. I wasn't really paying too close attention, but I guess I'll give it a pretty good rating there. And then of course we get another disqualification ending with Kane coming in. Big retarded fat ass Kane, washed up Kane coming in, you know, interfering there at the end. Another disqualification finish, which we seem to get in most of the main events now in WWE. When's the last time we've had a clean finish in a main event? Even yesterday in Hell in a Cell, you had Bray Wyatt interfering. So I mean, there's no clean finishes, it seems like, anymore. So you know, a very interesting show for me. I mean, you had some good segments there. You know, I guess Orton's RKO or whatever. The last match was kind of good too, and I was sleeping a lot through the show. So but that it shows that, because I was sleeping, it shows that I don't give a shit about WWE and that it was boring. Because if it was good, I would have been awake. You know, that's my philosophy. But since I was sleeping, that must have mean that WWE is boring and it's not gaining my attention. Like, if I would have watched The Walking Dead at 8 o'clock, I would have been wide awake. Because I like the show and it's a good and entertaining show. But WWE, no, I'm fucking sleeping. So, again, not really a good show, in my opinion. No Lesnar again. You know, just nothing really good. I was, again, a very unique kind of show for me, though, because I haven't really been, you know, every once in a while I'll fall asleep during one of the matches, but not usually through a lot of the segments like I did tonight. But whatever, overall I give it like 2 out of 10 stars. Nothing, I didn't fucking like it. Fell asleep through it all. You know, fucking one good segment there was Cena and Rollins pretty much, and an RKO there too to start off the show was pretty decent. So overall, 2 out of 10 stars, people. So there you go. There's your Monday Night Raw review.